If you're trying to find cash flow, here are my favorite dividend stocks to provide you with that passive income. There's nothing like being paid to be on your couch, on the beach, or doing whatever it is that you want to be doing. And if you stick around until the end, I'll be discussing my dividend portfolio. For people new to the channel, my name is Jake and I'm a 30-something living in Summer, USA with my wife and our dogs Archie and Harper. And I'm a full-time worker, a part-time personal finance dabbler, a travel enthusiast, and this is us in Istanbul. Let's get this out of the way on the front end, and this is not financial advice, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Now, if you're wondering what a dividend is, it is a share of the company's profits that they give back to their shareholders. When they have extra or a surplus, they're able to pay a portion back to you as a thank you for being a shareholder. The other options they would have would be to buy back their shares and increase their earnings per share, or to put that money into research and development. If a company says that they have a 1% dividend, you'll get 1% of the money that you have invested with them. Say that you have $100, 1% is $1 over the course of the year, which is broken up into 25 cents per quarter, so don't spend it all in one place.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
To help compare the size of dividends, people usually talk about them in the dividend yield. The dividend yield evens the playing field and allows for more accurate comparison of dividend stocks. A $10 stock paying a 10-cent quarterly distribution or 40 cents per year annually has the same yield as a $100 stock paying $1 quarterly or $4 annually. The yield is 4% in both cases. Something else that is important is to turn on DRIP, which is the dividend reinvestment program. So as soon as you get those dividends, you automatically reinvest them to help with your compound interest to one day be a multi-millionaire. But that is enough of that information. Let's start to finally talk about the stocks. Stock number 7, Verizon. Verizon has a 4.82 dividend. Verizon has raised their dividend 15 years in a row. The company is a cash cow and a staple within the phone service industry, so they shouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon. The stock only increases on average 1.6% over the past 5 years, but in my opinion, that's better than the alternative, which is AT&T, which currently has a dividend of 8.5%, but will reduce that with their upcoming merger. Their stock price has also trended down recently, and that's not something I want to be a part of. Stock number 6 is Coca-Cola, which has a dividend of 2.7. Coca-Cola is a Warren Buffett favorite, and Warren Buffett proved that drinking Coca-Cola doesn't affect your longevity. They are a dividend aristocrat and have been giving dividends for 58 years. Coca-Cola is a household name and the parent company to all Coca-Cola products: Dasani, Minute Maid, Costa Coffee, Honest Tea, Powerade, Vitamin and Smart Water, Topo Chico, and many more. Basically everything that you can drink. The stock has grown on average around 9.5% per year over the past 5. Another option would be their competitor, the Pepsi company, which has a dividend of 2.55% and has grown around 11.5% per year over the past 5. And spoiler alert, I own both of them. Stock number 5, the Home Depot, which has a dividend of 1.86%. The company is a home improvement giant and is personally where I do all of my shopping. Maybe because that's where my dad took me when I was around 10, helping him lay tile over my summer breaks, and I just have such fond memories. But the Home Depot stock has returned around 29.5% every year over the past 5 years. I do prefer them over Lowe's, which is basically the same company. Lowe's isn't a bad alternative if you're looking to hold a construction company. Stock number 4, Walmart, which has a dividend of 1.6%. As of September 2021, Walmart has over 10,500 locations. Walmart is also one of the largest private employers in the world with over 2.2 million employees. Technology investments made by Walmart allow the company to remain relevant and profitable in spite of increased competition from online retailers. The company may be a joke, but while I live in Oklahoma for graduate school, I used to go there for my grocery shopping, and I had no problem with it. It doesn't hurt that the stock has grown over 19% per year over the last 5 years. Now, if you're trying to class it up, we can head over to Target. Target has a dividend of 1.68%. Target is a general merchandise retail selling products through its stores and digital channels. You can buy everything you need there, whether that's food, clothing, or home decor. The stock has grown almost 45% every year over the last 5. Stock number 2 is Apple, which has a 0.52% dividend. In 2012, Apple resumed their dividend after a 17-year hiatus. At the end of 2021, Apple had over $62 billion in cash and cash equivalents, and they have a bunch of products which probably aren't going anywhere. The quarterly dividend paid out during the second quarter of 2021 was 22 cents, which was a 7% increase from the first quarter, which means they're raising their dividend. Their dividend may not be much, but it's not bad when the company is averaging a 79% increase every year over the last 5. And now for stock number 1, drum roll please. The VOO ETF. VOO has a 1.29% dividend. VOO is a collection of the top 500 companies and has returned 18% every year over the last 5. You could also look into VTI, which is the total stock market, and has a dividend of 1.51. This will give you exposure to those smaller companies. For example, when Tesla was blowing up, you wouldn't have that within your top 500, but you would with the total stock market. A VTI has a return of 17.2% per year over the last 5. Disney recently suspended their dividend and is a company that I would like to own in the future. Disney is an innovation powerhouse, and their latest product, Disney Plus, has brought in a lot of revenue for them. They got over 95 million subscribers in the first 14 months. They were able to beat their 4-year goal in 1 year and 2 months. Their new goal is to hit 250 million subscribers by 2024. There are ways to get larger dividends with companies like Enbridge, which has over 6%, but they only grew 3% in the past 5 years, and I just want more growth than that. People also like to own REITs or real estate investment trusts like EPR Properties, which has a dividend of 7%, SL Green Realty Corp, which has a dividend of a little over 5%, or Realty Income Corporation, which is a little over 4%, but because I have my own real estate properties, I usually don't get these stocks. I usually keep most of my money in VOO, and more recently was putting some of it into the triple Qs, which has been hit pretty hard with the downturn. The reason I created my dividend account was because I had some cash which I wanted to hold steady, but I did want to get some kind of return out of it. My dividend account has done the best with holding steady with a 4% return, while everything else is basically back to even after buying heavily in the dip in September of 2021. What I'm holding is everything that was discussed here, including Pepsi. With most of my accounts, I do have VOO, but I don't focus on dividends because to get any kind of meaningful cash flow, it takes a lot of money. Let's say that you had $100,000 with a 3% dividend, that's $3,000 per year or $250 per month, which is nothing to scoff at, but I'd rather focus on larger returns at this point. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a better idea of what are some of my favorite dividend stocks. And if you found the video helpful, then consider sharing this with someone. And if you want to help me grow the channel, then please tap that like button. And if you want to be around for when I post my next video, do not forget to subscribe, but I will see you guys next time.